Sure. There may have been a choice to put a little bit of sporadic gun sounds earlier, but this was really the first blatant use of a gun. And for me, this was meant to be the escalation of the moment. We're now actually killing apes with a gun. But if you listen to the audio from this current minute before, you might be able to hear a little bit of what I think is supposed to be gunfire in that.
Yeah,
it's very muffled. I wanted to go back and listen to it because I didn't know if this was a choice to make it that next escalation of the use of the gun, right? Like, okay, now we're actually killing.
So I don't want to get too film nerdy, but one thing and it was because I recently watched Jean-Luc Godard's Breathless, which is a big part of the French New Wave film thing that hit and really revolutionized a lot of what filmmakers were doing. Warren Beatty saw it, and they made Bonnie and Clyde, and he went to I can't remember who directed that, but he went to him and said, I want to take their style, and some of it was jump cuts. In this minute, there are tons of weird little jump cuts if you're looking in the action. Now, swish pans and all that almost ask you to give jump cuts, but this one, it's like when the guy shoots it, suddenly there are other guards that come on the stands, and they are there, and they all of a sudden they're ahead of the action. So I'm beginning to wonder, too, if that whole jump cut new wave thing that hit didn't influence this film from its action, because a lot of it, if you try to just watch it, doesn't make sense. But it works perfectly for chaos. But watch this again and watch for jump cuts. They're very weird.
All right. Here's my question. The guard.
I love it whenever I talk film nerd and everybody just kind of... Richard walks away. Sean barely listens. So for those of you who like to know film nerdy stuff, go watch it. I promise you. Start looking at its influence, because this would have been around the time that it also hit with Bonnie and Clyde.
So how does this minute end? Does it end with a flamethrower?
Yeah. And he starts turning on the flamethrower.
Yeah. Dane definitely wanted in this minute flames to be happening in the cages that cast nightmarish shadows as they riot. The air is filled with human shouts and ape cries. So he kind of tried to choreograph the scene a lot more. Some quick scenes. Handler A snaps one of the two linked hand shackles on the right wrist of an orangutan, who swings the free left shackle and smashes it into the handler's face. Handler B tries to inject hypodermic into struggling chimp, who twists handler's arm so he drops hypodermic into chimp's waiting free hand. Chimp stabs hypodermic needle into handler's stomach. 6-strong security squad aiming sedative dart guns splits up to cope with individual emergencies. Squatty 1 fires an orangutan who sags and slump. Squatty 2 is about to fire a dart gun at gorilla, who instantly holds the handler like an Attica hostage protectively in front of him. Flashes of other struggling apes observing the hostage device and imitating it until a mass movement starts as half-shackled apes, burnt apes, bleeding apes, and predominantly unscathed apes with human hostages surge forward into camera from cages now on fire to public exits, smashing glass booth and scattering assailants with swung shackles or flailing fists en route. Apes pour out from the main building in the darkness, and their forms are grotesque and terrifying. So there you go. That's what Dane wanted to see.
No, we didn't get any flaming apes. No,
we got some flames though. Well, was this the OG flamethrower from the earlier scene from the torture stuff?
Yeah, the one that's bolted to the wall.
Yeah.
There's nothing like efficiency in flamethrowing technology when you bolt it to the wall.
Well, I mean, yeah. What is the purpose of it? You have a flamethrower in a room to do what?
Well,
what are you burning?
The first time we saw that they used that during the training sequence, I believe that we questioned, what are you trying to teach an ape when you have a flamethrower but you're dangling a banana in front of them?
I guess we're trying to teach them control. I mean, this is the flame is control.
Maybe it's exactly that. You don't have to be afraid of the flame. Here's reward. You can fight through it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But now it looks like a vacuum from the 50s that used to be attached to the wall, and the housewife would pull the big hose out, but it just shoots flame instead of sucking up dirt.
Yeah. Well, if you want to clean up the house, just burn it down.
All right. Does anyone have anything else?
No.
All
No,
right,
that's
Zoom.
okay.
We beat you. We beat you. We got in under your time limit, so take it.
Bye.
And my triumph is the end of this minute. So everyone, have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
The Minute of the Apes.